I can hear Ron just fine.
Who said hello? I got storm rolling in. Okay. Hey, St. Iron Carriage.
I got you at lucky number 13 tonight, Brad.
Oh, what number?
13, 1-3.
Are you doing a connection?
No, I believe Rusty's going to do it. I'm just doing pre-net.
Oh, Rusty doing it?
Yeah, I believe so. Roger, roger.
Okay, thank you.
This is N8SOB, and this is the Wolverine single sideband pre-net. We're taking pre-net check-ins. Give me your call.
This is WB8VOW with a big thank you to Sean filling in for no, let's see, get this right. Filling in for David. Oh, man. So, at any rate, hey, you got a check-in coming my way? Give me your call sign. Looks like we got ZE3KUZE in on there at 15, and we're looking for Sweet 16 here on the Saturday night edition of the wonderful Wolverine single sideband net. Come now.
Thank you, Rusty. I appreciate it. I'm off to the shower, my friend. N8SOB.
Hey, not a problem. Thank you so much. Yeah, Lady Di and I were out over in Sam's neck of the wood by Tecumseh there, and yeah, it was no problem doing it, but yeah, it just wasn't near the radio, so able to get in here and have some fun on a Saturday night, and hopefully David's noise will go away. But hey, you know, you can't help what you can't help. Thanks, Sean. WB8VOW, looking for check-ins. We are 29 minutes out from starting the net here, and if you would like to get on the list, we'd love to have you. This is WB8VOW, pinch hitting for KC9YAV on a Saturday night and looking for some fun on the Wolverine single sideband net. If you'd like to get on the list, come now. WB8VOW, standing by.
Talking to my radio. Hello?
I hear voices in my head. Anybody got a relay on that station? Hey, come again, slowly and phonetically. WB8VOW.
Alpha, Niner, Echo, Sierra.
Oh, I got you in at number 3, Ed. Yeah, I could just barely hear you. Did you say in and out? Okay, I think you said in and out. We'll put you in and out, brother. Hope you have a nice Saturday.
Thanks, Rusty.
This is the wonderful Wolverine single sideband net. Good evening, everybody. Rusty sitting in the control, in the big chair, so to speak, filling in for David KC9YAV with a lot of noise in his area. Not so bad here, but we're looking for check-ins for the Wolverine single sideband net. Give me a call. Tonight's topic is, what do you do during pre-net? How do you fill those precious minutes between a quarter after and the top of the hour, or whenever you consider pre-net starting? But at any rate, everybody should have some interesting answers there, and we'll have some fun here tonight on the Wolverine single sideband net. We've done this before, this particular subject, but hey, it's about time we try it out again and see what the answers are. Give me a call, WB8VOW, looking for Sweet 16 on a Saturday night.
Kilo Delta 9, Victor Oscar, Foxtrot. Kilo Delta 9, Victor Oscar, Foxtrot.
All right, I almost think I hear you, JR, there, but I need some confirmation because he's just a little voice in my head. I'll get the headphones out here while I chatter a minute, but definitely looking for any and all relays tonight, as the band is not in bad shape. But hey, it could be a little better. That station, come again. Well, you got the headphones on. We'll listen hard. Looking for that check-in out there. I thought maybe it was you, JR, but I'm not sure, George. Whoever it was trying to check in a moment ago, give it another try. I'm listening. Nothing heard, but the band will get better. It's looking like a pretty good band tonight. If you'd like to get in on the list, we'd love to have you. Just give me a call, WB8VOW. You don't have to be a member. You don't have to be from the great state of Michigan. No, not at all. We're a friendly group. We welcome newcomers, and we have a lot of time, or a lot of fun, just discussing things on the Wolverine single sideband net. You can tell us about your day or your weekend or what's coming up tomorrow, or we can, just kick around. Hey, what do you do while you're waiting for the net to start? That'll be the question of the night anyway. We're looking for check-ins, and let's see, we are about, looks like 13 minutes out. It's getting there. Give me a call, WB8VOW, taking check-ins for the Wolverines. This is the Wolverine Single Sideband Net. We're taking check-ins, and looking for Sweet 16 tonight on the list. So we've got a pretty open list, low numbers available, and we're going to be starting the net in about 15 minutes. And looking forward to discussing. Hey, what do you do during this time? Right now, what are you doing? We're looking forward to hearing what you do, filling your time during pre-net. And I know I've got a little pre-net routine I'm always using. So we'll see what everybody comes up with. It'll be a lot of fun tonight. You don't have to be a member of this illustrious group. You don't have to be from the great state of Michigan. Oh, man, we look forward to our Ohio, Indiana, Illinois, Wisconsin, New York, friends all over the Midwest who are able to check in. Yeah, this isn't the best season for propagation up here on 75 phone, but, we do our best to listen, and I've got the SDR up now, and if you'd like to give a call, I'll be giving a listen here. So give me a call, WB8VOW, looking at getting this thing kicked off in about 14 minutes.
November 8th, X-Ray Uniform Yankee, N8XUY, and we also go international.
We do, and you're in my Sweet 16 tonight there, Sam. Did you get rid of that little thunderstorm? I was over in Tecumseh, and I was looking at the clouds, and they looked like they were building up.
Sunshine and blue skies now. I laid off for a bit before I plugged in, just went out, replugged, and it's sort of interesting. My connections to come into the shack are where some decking used to be. Now there's no decking, so I have to climb over joists because I'm in the middle of the deck project.
Oh, I got you. Yeah, okay. Well, just make sure you don't slip.
Yeah, I don't need to do any John Wayne stuff,
Yeah, don't do those John Wayne moves. Can you tell him he's now famous? We've named a mishap after him.
The John Wayne app. He gets a kick out of the fact that people know him on the ham radio, and he looks at ham radio and just shakes his head. Oh.
Hey, Sam?
Yes, sir.
WD at INW. You need to be careful when you talk about climbing over Joyce.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Joyce's husband could be offended.
I just had to throw that in there. I couldn't resist.
That would not, that'd be like showing somebody your banana. It might not be very appealing.
Like I said, you can tell Mom and Dad aren't here.
That's right. They are at the ball game.
Yeah,
Mom would be taking us to the woodshed.
I guess this game's on TV. The one last night wasn't.
How did that game not be on TV? Did somebody else pick it up instead of who covers Tigers now? Is it Bally Sports that I won't pay for?
Yeah, but that's on the Comcast cable anyway. But I'm not going to pay for Apple TV to watch the game last night.
Okay, got it. I used to have when it was on Fox Sports Detroit, my local. I think I had satellite. I had Dish. And they carried it. And then when I switched to Hulu, they carried it, but then they lost the contract. And then the Tigers switched from Fox to Bally's, and so I haven't had the Tigers for a while. Kind of a bummer.
Well, the minute that I have to pay for it, I guess I'm done listening.
Well, and when I think of listening, I know they're always on the radio, but when I view them on TV, now, do you pick up the broadcast on the radio or on TV?
I pick it up most of the time on the radio, but Kathy watches it on the TV sometimes when I'm listening on the radio.
Got it. George, you're probably like me, man. When we grew up in this area, going back into the 50s, and we would listen to the Tiger. I mean, the Tigers were it. They were in the summer. They were it. And when they went out to the West Coast, I'd listen to them late at night when I was a teenager, working on my car in the driveway or whatever, doing things around. And that good old Ernie was our friend, wasn't he?
George Cal and Ernie Harwell.
Can't go wrong with those two guys. I also remember early on Van Patrick.
Oh, that was Van Patrick and George Cal.
Yep, good old Van Patrick. I remember I went to a ball game with my dad one day. It was a Detroit television and radio personalities against the Tigers, kind of like a before game, little mini game. And Van Patrick was a really big, tall guy, and he was playing catcher. And he stood behind Sonny Elliott at the plate, and they were about the same height when they did that. And Van Patrick picked up Sonny Elliott's hat and his toupee at the same time, and everybody realized that Sonny was wearing a rug.
That's funny. Yep, Inga-dinga-dina.
Inga-dinga-dinga-dine. You got it. We have a mixture of rain and snow, whatever that is.
Yep, and then we listened to, what was his name? Lee Allen and his horn, too.
Lee Allen, after WXYZ Radio 1270, and Lee on the horn, that was a Pakistani horn, by the way. You know, he kind of quit doing radio, but he opened up a production company up there in the northern suburbs, and he became very, very wealthy running his commercial production company. He did everybody. Mickey Shore, auto companies. He was big.
Plus, he worked for WPON after that because, you know, he had that episode where he got snockered at the amusement park about Black Label.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, I vaguely remember that one, but he was quite a fun on-air talent, and he followed. This is how much I was into radio. He did the nighttime slot on Wixie, but preceding him was Joel Sebastian. He did the drive time on WXYZ. But early in the morning in the old days, if you listened to the radio, you could listen to Fred Wolf. He did mornings for a while and afternoons on WXYZ.
Yep. Fred Wolf started at 6 a.m. on WXYZ.
And I remember seeing him in what he called the Wandering Igloo, which was the remote trailer that they would pull around town and park it at different businesses, and he would do a show from there.
Yep. I used to listen to the radio all the time when I was a kid.
That was my main thing, man. My main thing. I tuned all around. Sorry, Rusty.
Oh, you guys are fine. There's no problem at all. I'm enjoying it. Yeah, you know, it's really weird, George. If I ask for my hockey puck to play the Tigers game, it routes me over to, one of the other third parties, and it tells me I have to pay for it. But if I ask my hockey puck to play 97 won the ticket, I get 97 won the ticket from Odyssey, and there is no charge, and there's the game. So that's kind of how I've been working around it. I miss the old days when WJR was clear channel, and I could listen to them driving in the car in Indiana. I could listen to them down in Kentucky or Tennessee. I mean, you could always fish them out there because there was 100,000 watts on a clear AM channel. It covered a lot of geography. Hey, this is the Wolverine Single Sideband Net. We're not just talking baseball and different things, but we love to talk about everything, especially during pre-net. But the other thing we like to do during pre-net is to take your call sign down and get you on the list. So if you'd like to get on the list and share with us tonight in this great environment called the Wolverine Single Sideband Net, well, you got lots of people on here that have just a lot of good insights. We'll hear about your day, and we'll talk about, hey, what do you do during pre-net? Besides talk on pre-net. That's okay, too. WBHVOW is taking check-ins. Come on. think I oversold it.
Did you copy that one? Whiskey Niner, Juliet, Oscar. I believe that was Foxtrot. Is that a Roger?
Oh, it's JFK. I see him on NetLogger.
Yep, he was checking in.
All right. Well, I got him on the list here, and I'll tell you where as soon as I figure it out.
Number 17.
Thank you, Sam.
By the way, WJR, the great voice of the Great Lakes.
Yep, I've heard that station all over the country.
I can remember taking a trip to Florida, Tampa, Florida, landing in Tampa in I believe it was 77, and getting ready to go to Disney World shortly after it opened up. And we got off the plane, got a rent-a-car, tuned to 760, and I was listening to a Red Wing hockey game in Tampa, Florida.
I love that. I miss the clear channels.
Yep. WJR used to be really good for that. CKLW and WJR I've listened to in Florida, and Washington, D.C., Rochester, Minnesota.
I think CK used to talk about they could be heard in 24 to 28 states in at least 4 provinces or more, possibly 6.
Yeah, but that was before the tower fell.
Well, yeah, I don't know. I when I tune into them now, they're still strong, but they're Canadian broadcast. They do something different now. They do not do the CKLW.
Well, they do if you listen to it on streaming on the internet. Super 8 CKLW. It's the old format. It's kind of cool.
I have listened to that on numerous occasions. Also, I like to go back in and listen to a lot of the air checks of some of the old guys that I knew from my radio days. I never worked at CK, but I worked at WCAR, and there were a goodly number of guys that came from CKLW that came over to CAR, and I worked with them. All fun guys and pretty good talkers.
Oh, WCAR used to be a lot more powerful station. You could hear that up north, but not so much anymore.
Yeah, when I was at WCAR, they were a 50,000-watt clear channel daytime station. But you could call them clear channel because they were so loud in our area. There were other stations around the country on 1130. But in Michigan, and during the daytime, they had like the same signal pattern as WJR. Then at night, when the sun set, they would go to 10,000 watts north-south. So you could be heard well to the south and well to the north. I used to listen to them in Gaylord and up in Mackinac. But if you went east of Haggerty Road, west of Haggerty Road, you would lose them. That's how north and south they were.
That's amazing, isn't it?
9-tower nighttime directional.
That's really extraordinary. 9-tower. I had 2 6-tower arrays down in Toledo. I was chief engineer for probably about 6-8 months until the station manager decided to tear down all the fences around the AM towers, and I tendered my resignation that day.
What a goofball. I remember you telling me that. Why would you do that?
Obviously, ignorance. Hey, we're in the 1-minute warning. Let's take a quick pause, see if anybody else wants to get on the list for tonight. This is WB8VOW looking for number 18 with the Wolverine single sideband net.
WD&INW standing by.
And XUY standing by.
Here we go. It's 2200 hours, and good evening, and welcome all amateurs and shortwave listeners everywhere. This is WB8VOW. My name is Rusty Pinch Hitting for KC9YAV. I'm located down here in Lambertville, Michigan, about 8 miles from the western corner of Lake Erie. and I'll be your host station for this evening's session of the Wolverine Single Sideband Net. You don't have to be a member to check into this net. Everyone with a general or higher amateur radio license is welcome to participate in our net. The net meets every night of the week. I mean every night, 365 days a year, Christmas, New Year's, and whatnot, on 3.935 at this time, 2200 UTC, with pre-net starting at 2115. The purpose of this net is to promote good fellowship and friendship among radio operators. If you'd like to become a member of the Wolverine Single Sideband Net, the requirements are 4 check-ins a month for 3 consecutive months. After meeting these requirements, we ask that you email or send your list to none other than K8TAS. That's Taz. He's good on QRZ.com, and you can get his email address right off there. You must have the check-in date and the net control call sign, and we ask that you make sure it's the net control station and not the pre-net list taker, because sometimes, like tonight, they're different. Well, they were different half of the night, I guess. But thanks again to Sean, N8SOB, for jumping in there and starting the pre-net list for me while I got settled in here. There is a nice net certificate, new members package, along with an iron-on patch that we send to new members. Information about the net, as well as the monthly awards, they're available on our website, and you can find that at www.wssbn.com, or just Google Wolverine Net. Currently, I have on the pre-net list the following stations by suffix: VOW, SOB, EES, in and out, YAV, RMN's in and out, WIV, RNA, INW, 8MO, the mighty MO's in and out tonight, AVT at number 10, DQU, 2CT, KRX, 9SX, and KUZ, followed by XUY at 16 and JFK at 17. So far, that's the pre-net list. Are there any corrections? All right, nothing heard. Are there any mobiles tonight? If you've got a steering wheel in front of your operating location, this is your time. Are there any mobiles? All right, nothing heard. Are there any announcements tonight?
Are you doing the picnic announcement?
Hey, boo-boo. I love to do the picnic announcement. You betcha.
All right.
August 12th. It's the event of the year. The Wolverine event of the year, the annual picnic at Taz Endorses in Romulus, Michigan. I'm telling you, if you don't know anybody on the net, you're still going to have a ball if you come to the picnic. But if you do know a few of us, it'll even be more fun. We'll get to put a face with a call sign, and I'm telling you, the picnics are just so much fun. We talk about them for weeks and months after it. We talk about it weeks and months before the next one. So, hey, you want to get included if you possibly can, and get on the list by shooting Doris an email, or contact her when she's on the net and let her know that you're coming. But oh my gosh, the only problem with the picnic is I always run out of time and I never get to talk to everybody that I want to. But it is so good. There will be cherry brats. There will be jalapeno brats. There will be hot dogs. There will be cheesecake made by Doris. It's, let me tell you, the cheesecake's worth a 500-mile drive. Any rate, we look forward to having you guys aboard and meeting with us on August 12th. That's a Saturday, and it's coming up quick, so get your reservation in there. We'd like to see all of you there. Any other announcements tonight?
Additional comment on the food for the picnic.
Go ahead, sir.
Yes, NXUY here also wanted to mention that this year we are adding lasagna and good old beans. Got to have some beans at the picnic. And I think there could be some brownies involved with it, too. I'm working with the chef wife here to make it all happen.
Well, make sure they're not Michigan brownies.
Well, you know, Cheryl's not that. I mean, she's a Michigan girl, but she probably will make sure the brownies are safe for everyone.
All right, Sam. That sounds great. Yeah, and Sam's missus there, Cheryl, is a gourmet cook. She is amazing, and I've eaten at her restaurant, and it is amazing. Did I mention that? At any rate, you want to get on the list. Don't be left out. Make plans. Make a way to get there. Anything else for announcements tonight? All right, we'll say something about the picnic a little later on in the net because we don't want to miss anybody who checks in late knowing about the picnic and having that opportunity. Are there any short time stations tonight? Anybody need short time on the net? All right, well, I'm going to take a pause to take any general check-ins at this time. This is WB8VOW. All are welcome with a general class license and above. This is the Wolverine single sideband net. General check-ins at this time.
N8LTR.
Brother Bill, you're number 18 tonight. How you doing? We're looking forward to your comments. And the subject tonight is, what do you do during pre-net? Anybody else? All right, well, this is a fun part of the net where we get to go to the top of the list and start taking comments from the team. I will take additional check-ins about every 15 minutes, maybe a little bit longer gap here as we try to hit it on the quarter hours. We've kind of hit it early, but that's okay. We'll make sure everybody gets a chance to check in, and let's go to our comment session. So I'm at the top of the list here. Thanks to Sean putting me there. Good day today. Well, first off, I had a really nice conversation with a good friend of mine, KA8. Oh, man, I still got to remember Joe's call sign. KFG, I think. I'm pretty close. But he's been not a lifelong friend, but adult lifelong friend. We met each other in broadcast school. He was leaving. I was coming in down in Florida. And then, lo and behold, when I got my first job in TV, hey, there's Joe running Master Control. And he was awesome at Master Control. Did a lot of things really well. He went on into a career of taking care of transmitters and doing circuit design, lots of different things. And we still talk, and we burned up a couple hours on the phone. This first thing this late morning, early afternoon, and then Lady Di and I jumped in the car and just kind of went bumming around and ended up in Tecumseh, and they had a good time just looking at Martin's in Tecumseh and walking up and down the strip there, and of course having chocolate ice cream at the Vault, which is they got some great, what is it? Michigan Pothole was the type of chocolate ice cream, and it was good. It was really good. So on the way home, David said he's got a noise. Hopefully it's gone by now, but he gave me the opportunity to jump in here on a Saturday night, and you bet, hey, it's nothing more fun than doing the net. So here I am, and we'll hear from David here in just a few. But let's talk about what do you do during the pre-net. Well, my ritual is I always go to QRZ, and I go to the swap meet tab on QRZ, and I look at all the stuff people are selling. That's a staple for me. Once in a while, I'm checking the weather or Googling this or that, but definitely seeing what's for sale out there. I look a lot. I buy very little, but you know what? That's because I have so much. So I'm a very blessed person, and blessed to have a really good Saturday and spend Saturday night with you all. So let's go to N8SOB and pick up Sean. Thanks again, Sean, for jumping in there. And then stand by KC9YAV. If you can hear me, we'll be coming your way after Sean, David. But Sean, pick it up. N8SOB, are you in the shower yet? I know, that's pretty personal. All right, well, we'll give him the yellow stripe of shame, and we'll figure he'll do a recheck if he's got time. I know he might have had plans for tonight. That's probably why he didn't do the net, because we both love doing it. And, it's just one of those things that we missed him. So let's go to the man himself, the 2023 Station of the Year, KC9YAV. David, you still fighting your noise over there? And stand by, WIV. KC9YAV, in there, David?
Hey, David. He's gone.
Strike two. Oh, boy. Tom, please be there. WB8WIV. Go ahead, sir. Stand by RNA.
Roger. Very good. Well, I'll give you a check good here, Rusty. Thanks for listening to tonight. WB8BOW and the wonderful Wolverine. Whiskey Baker 8, whiskey and vodka. We're in around 70 degrees, and we had a big storm that went through about 4 o'clock. We had hail. It was about pea-sized hail. And that lightning thunder was kind of windy. It just poured. And it quit about, just before, about 4:30, I guess, is when it quit. But, boy, I tell you, that was, it came from nowhere and really clobbered it. So anyway, but the house got painted and the garage got painted. That was all done before this came. Everything's done. I had a guy over help me work on my back porch. A couple of hours, we put in kind of a new wall, and that worked real well. And it started raining. Good thing we were inside. We would not have been able to work outside, that's for sure. Anyhow, I was going to work on the antenna system today on 2 meters, but that's been scrubbed. I'll see what tomorrow brings. Anyway, wife and daughter are headed for Missouri tomorrow. I'll be home with the dog, and they'll be back about Friday. So there's the story. I should be in here tomorrow night if everything works right, unless we're having some kind of a big storm or something. But anyway, it was so bad here, Rusty. Flooded. I rarely see that here in town. The streets were flooded. I kid you not. Anyway, thanks again, Rusty. Back to you. WB8BOW and the Wolverines. WB8WIV. I'll be clear. Good evening.
WB8WIV, WB8VOW. Hey, before I let you go, I got to have you answer the question of the night. What do you do during pre-net?
Well, during the pre-net, after I check in, I have supper. And then from about 5:30 to 6, I have a sketch with a guy down in Alto, down by Grand Rapids on 75 meters. That's what I do. I do listen until I get the supper call, and I listen after I eat until the sketch is done. So that's what I do there. I have another question for you, real quick, Rusty. Are we supposed to bring a dish to pass to the picnic break?
Could you repeat that?
No, that is not anything you need to worry about doing. The food will be provided. So you just bring Carol, and that'll be enough of a dish.
Okay, that's what I wanted to check, because I heard Sam say about bringing cookies and stuff. I thought, well, maybe we're supposed to bring something. All right. If something is needed to be brought, let me know. And, Sam, how are you doing there, guys? Anyway, I'll turn it back to you, Rusty 73, WB8BOW, WB8WIV. WIV. I'll be clear. Good evening.
All right, WB8, WIV, and yeah, good copy all the way with the SDR. But yeah, there's enough thunder or lightning crashes that absolutely it's a challenge to copy direct tonight, and the propagation just isn't quite there. But yeah, through the SDR, you're crystal clear, and man, all that storm popping up. I think I got one popping up outside. But I'm fairly confident that my antenna's low enough I shouldn't attract anything. And I look around, it looks like one dark cloud only. And yeah, when I was up at Tecumseh, I could see Sam's storm coming up. It just one of those pop-up thunder showers that we get this time of year. And I think it probably would have been worse if there's more humidity in the air. Right now, I think we have a relatively low humidity, even though looks like 85 degrees outside for me. But yeah, that helps a lot. And pea-size hail, I'll take that. I'll take that flood in the street. We can use the rain, but you sure don't want it to last very long. So I'm glad it blew out of there, and you're doing all right now. Thanks for being a part of our net tonight, Tom. It is always great to hear you. Looking forward to seeing you and Carol at the picnic. And we're going to move on down the log and pick up number 7 tonight, KD9RNA, Mr. Sunday Night. He'll be sitting in the big chair tomorrow. And then stand by, George WDAINW. We'll be coming to you after we talk to Eric here. Eric, go ahead and pick it up, sir. How you doing tonight?
There was a comment.
What's that, Sam?
I think George had a comment.
Yeah, I was just going to say you don't want to discourage Tom from bringing his home brew.
Well, that's true. That's true, but it's not required. and I don't have any this year. I didn't man up and bottle up this year. So he will be the champion like he was last year. He had great homebrew, that's for sure. All right, RNA, are you out there? Go ahead and pick it up, sir.
Hello, Eric. Are you there? He's not hearing you. He's not hearing me, Rusty.
And I'm not hearing him. Even on the SDR, he usually comes in, crystal clear. So, hey, that happens. He might have got called away, or it might just be pop-up storms. Let's see about George. I think we can hear him because he was just talking. So I'm not too nervous about this one. WT8INW, you're up, and stand by. We'll be going to Harold, the mighty ABT. So we'll look forward to that. But go ahead, George.
Uh-oh. Whoa, WD8INW. Well, steady crashes were swamping my receiver, and I turned off the AGC and backed down the RF gain, and boy, what a difference. So, I don't know, you might try that. With this rig, that really seems to work well. And boy, Manning is doing a great job in the first inning. Oh man, we're playing baseball. But what I do during the pre-net, generally it works out so I eat my supper and listen on Bluetooth headphones to the Wolverine Net. So that's basically, and I do check into a net before this one called the Sundowners Net during the week. So I go back and forth there a little bit. But anyway, that's the scoop there. So with that, we'll give it back to you there, Rusty. Thanks for doing it. WD8INW.
All right, WD8INW, WB8VOW. I'm looking at the 7300. And I guess I could manually turn it off. Like if I take the Fast AGC and maybe turn it down, I can get it to... Oh, I don't want to do that. All right. We will not make adjustments while transmitting because I think I kind of wandered around there a little bit, a few KCs and frequencies. But yeah, I do. I'm running the RF gain up a little bit, and the the attenuation a little bit, which helps a lot on the ears. It's not too bad, but the popcorn showers are there and they're popping, and real good on the other net and checking in, and you got to fill the time somehow. And if we can't get a good discussion, there's other things to do, and that's cool that you do them. Let's go pick up Harold, KE8AVT. Harold, I got a question for you. On your R-Pod, do you have the front window towards the hitch? Because we went by one today that didn't have the front window. It's like one continuous piece of sheet metal from the front to the back, and it's a good-looking thing. I've got the front window on mine, but to me, windows are just another spot to leak. So I'm curious about yours. But let's turn it over to Harold and hear what Harold's got to say, probably up there in Davidson. KE8AVT, you're up, and it's standby DQU.
This is Harold, KE8AVT in Davidson. No, it is all number one fiberglass, and the only window in it, actually, I have a side window beside the door, and there's a window across the back, and two little windows just in front of that. And then, of course, the slide out, there's a window in the slide out. But that's about all with my R-Pod. My R-Pod, I found out, was actually built before they introduced the darn thing. And when I went down to Goshen on a frog rally for Forest River Operators Owners Group, found out that they goofed and they left off the clearance light around the thing, and they had to, everybody that had an R-Pod down there, they had to go add those to it. As far as what I do during the after I check in, usually I have dinner, but it's been kind of wildly up here. We had a big powwow meeting of the group up here, and so we went over everything that's happening and getting ready for the new election and the board and all of that stuff. And so that killed about half the day right there. Other than that, it's been fairly good. I'm hearing lots of static, so I'm sure the weather is about to take a change and go bad again. This is KE8AVT, back to net.
All right, KE8AVT, WB8VOW. Yeah, I had to use the SDR to hear you real well. You were there direct, but its propagation isn't quite what we need. And a little bit more static crashes than propagation there. And yeah, it's moving in on me. It's actually raining now, which is kind of nice. And I hear a little thunder in the distance, but nothing too earth-shattering. So we'll just keep on rolling here. But yeah, that's you got the magic, man. You got the push out, the ability to open it up and have a little bit more room in there. That's the one thing I wished we had. And I don't think I'm going to get my saw out and open up the side in order to do it. It's just going to be what it's going to be. So we'll break with you, and let's see, it's about 15 minutes since the last time we took check-in. Let's go ahead and take check-in. Wow, it starts raining like crazy down here. Boy, it's almost sideways. It's at least at 45 degrees. Give me a call if you'd like to get on the list for tonight's Wolverine Single Sideband Net Saturday night edition. Call now.
Ray in Colliersville.
KJ4 SBC will add them in at number 19. Thanks, Sam, for the relay. Appreciate that. Anybody else?
You're number 19, Ray.
All right, nothing heard. We'll keep on rolling. And let's go next to N8DQU. That's Jim over there at Hale. Member number 353, number 11. That's number 1 twice on our list tonight. Hey, how you doing, Jim? How's the weather? And, hey, what do you do during pre-net? And then stand by N2CT.
Wolverine
DQU, you're up.
Are you calling?
All right, nothing heard. We're going to move on down. And maybe NADQU will do a recheck. He would be more than welcome to do that. We love to have guys to get a little interrupted. Come on back. You missed your turn. We'll make room for you later on for sure. N2CT out there in Bath, New York. That'd be Bill. You're up, and then stand by. Bradley, KRX, you're on deck. But, Bill, go ahead and take it away.
Okay, well, thank you there, Rusty. Yeah, very, very bad copy out here. Thanks for Sean there for getting me in there earlier. The band was a lot better a little earlier than it is right now. Good hearing everybody. And as far as the equipment there on the pre-net, a lot of times I fall asleep. I usually don't stay awake. That's usually what I do. I'm taking a nap. So thanks for doing the net there. WB8, this is N2CT, back to you.
Over.
All right. I thought I heard of it. Hey, sorry about that, Bill. I just couldn't dig you out tonight, and the rain coming down didn't help much either. But hey, I'm glad you were there, and hopefully you'll pick up some of these showers in a good way, and you have a great rest of the night, man. Looking forward to hearing whether or not you're coming to the picnic. You want to throw that on AIM window there, the almost instant message. Let me know if you're going to make it over this year. It would be awesome if you can, but if you can't, I understand. It's a long way to drive. So, at any rate, we'll break with you, and we'll go to KC9KRX. That's Bradley, and number 12 tonight, member number 582, and, wait a minute, number 13 tonight. He's the Taz tonight from Hobart, Indiana. We'll pick him up, and then stand by. I think we go to K9SX next, and that's my friend Ron over there in the southern suburbs of Chicago. But first, KRX, go ahead. How you doing tonight, Bradley?
Your turn, Brad. KC9, KRX.
One more call for the mighty KRX.
He'll be back.
Yeah, we're getting a lot of yellow stripes tonight. It's looking like a bumblebee up here. All right, let's try K9SX. Member number 627 at number 14 over in Medina, Illinois. Hey, Ron, are you there? K9SX.
You're up, Ron.
I hear him not, so we will move on down the road. I don't know, the weather might be playing havoc, or it's just Saturday night and so much to do. Let's see, I got VE3KUZ listed here next. I don't know. He's listed as in and out, but I'm going to take a pause to see if we can go international. Hey, are you there, Bob?
He's out partying with his bride, I bet.
Well, we know how these Canadians are. Saturday night and all. Well, I only hope this next guy is around. NAXUY, go ahead and pick it up. Stand by JFK.
This is N8XUY. Rusty, thank you for picking up the show. Always wonderful to hear WB8VOW, one of our fine stations of the year for 2022. Doing a great job. What an interesting night. David can't do it because of the noise. You pick it up. Now, you got some noise, but you're doing a wonderful job throughout the noise. So, you sound fantastic into Manchester, and hopefully everybody that can hear me is having a great Saturday, a wonderful Saturday, and hopefully they'll continue to have a great Saturday evening. What I might do during the pre-net would be, well, let's see. I love listening to the chatter. Some days we have some really awesome stuff going back and forth. All the banter can be really fun, and, it can be hilarious at times. Then we can help people get their radios working, get them tuned up, get their audio right, get things in proper scope so they're not too fat as far as the signal goes. And then sometimes, I might look stuff up on the internet like you do, maybe go to QTH or QRZ. Sometimes I look up people's locations if I'm unfamiliar with it. If the wife calls me, I respond, yes, dear, what do you need? I go to whatever she wants to do. She might say something like, sit down with me for a minute. I want you to watch this on TV for a few minutes. I will do that, but she knows I need to get back for the net. And I usually try to stick through the net if I can, depending upon circumstances. But pre-net, usually I try to stick around if I can. But I usually do. I don't fall asleep in the pre-net. The only time I typically would fall asleep on the net would be if it ran really long. We got like 50 check-ins. If I get close to 8 o'clock, I might fall asleep, but not in the pre-net. Rusty, great work. Shoot it back in your direction. WB8VOW, thank you for picking up the show here tonight on Saturday evening. N8XUY 732 all.
All right. Well, N8XUY, WB8VOW. What did I do? I just erased you. No, you're there. Okay. No, I got you. How did I do that? Okay, no, I see what I did wrong. I got ahead of myself is what I did. I marked JFK as absent, which I don't think he is, so I think we're good there. But, hey, I appreciate you being there and being my ears, because sometimes I don't hear certain things, like I didn't hear Ray down there in Colliersville. I didn't get to the SDR quick enough, and I probably had the wrong SDR up, which is a good reminder, because right now I can get the right SDR up, so I'm ready for him. But yeah, there's so much going on, and it's a dynamic and fun hobby, and I try to listen as much as I can, but you're smart. If Cheryl wants you to hang out for a while, hey, that can wait. It's all about making sure that we fit this hobby around our life, not the other way around, because that doesn't work real well. Well, thanks, Sam. Appreciate you being there, and I am looking forward to the picnic. Hey, I did not get any files from you. I want to make sure that I keep an eye out for them, and I just haven't seen anything come from you on either of my emails. So just wanted to let you know I am looking forward to the music file you're going to send me. So, all right, we'll break with you. Waiting over in Muskegon is Joel, and looking forward to hearing Joel. W9JFK. What a great call sign. And then I know it's your initials, but JFK it gets your attention if you're my age. But and then stand by N8LTR. We'll be going to you next, Bill. But first, as the rain starts beating against my windowsill again, wow, is it pouring? Let's turn and see how Joel's doing over there on the other side of Michigan. Go ahead and pick it up, Joel.
Thank you. This is Whiskey Niner Juliet Fox Kilo. Good evening, everyone. Never been on this net before. I just was tuning my radio around and heard you. I heard the announcement, and then I looked you up on the web, and I looked you up on NetLogger. So just found out about it tonight by random. But you got the name right. It's Juliet Oscar Echo Lima. We moved here from Wisconsin the end of May. I am a pastor at a Lutheran church here in Muskegon. So you asked, what do we do during pre-net or whatever you call it. The truth is, this is my first time, so I have no habits. Tonight I happen to be working on a report for a voters assembly tomorrow after worship. So anyway, I got members invited over to the house here for an open house as the new pastor, and I'm going to have the radio station going so they can see what ham radio is all about and realize they don't have to be afraid that their pastor is doing anything too crazy. I don't know what else to say. I don't know what we talk about here, but I like this group so far, what I hear, and I'll certainly try to check in again. I'm running 100 watts Elecraft KX3 with the amplifier and a 99.5 foot couplet at 38. Back to net, W9JFK, Muskegon.
All right, W9JFK, S9 copy all the way, Joel, 100 watts, and you're sounding great over here in the southeast corner of Michigan. I'm about 8 miles from the western shore of Lake Erie, so I'm about 3 miles from Ohio, and so I'm really in the pocket down here. But you got a good signal through the rain. Hey, hope that doing reports and other things during pre-net sounds like a wise use of your time, and certainly wish you well with the open house. That sounds good. We're just glad to have you pop in here and glad you found us. And like I said, we are here 365 days a year. We get going right around 5:15, 5 o'clock, somewhere in that window. We start taking names or call signs on a pre-net list. We also use NetLogger. If you're familiar with that, that's a free app that you can pull and go Google NetLogger, and you can download the software for your PC. And it's really nice. It's a great way to track who's up next, and you kind of get to know who's who in the zoo here. But man, we're so glad you took some time on Saturday night to join us. It's awesome, and we have a good time. Generally, it's just hey, what I've been working on or what I've been doing. We've got some people on this net that'll blow your mind. We've got a guy who helped build the Saturn V rocket and worked through the Apollo genre of spacecraft. We've got guys who've done major coding on applications you may have used on the internet. I mean, there's some really, really great guys, and there's guys like me who really aren't good for much of anything, but we have a good time. At any rate, you're welcome to join the family. We look forward to hearing you check in again if you so desire, and you're always, always, always going to be welcome there, Joel. Thanks for checking in tonight. All right, let's see. We are at 2237, so that's 637. Let's go on and pick up N8LTR. That's Bill over in Green, Ohio. Member number 260 and number 17 or number 18 tonight. Hey, Bill, how you doing? And stand by, small block Chevy.
Yeah, good evening, Rusty. Well, we survived the storm front this week, so nothing much here, but other areas did get flooding and whatnot. So no worries. We need more rain, however. We're still a foot short, so we really could use a lot more water, but just without the storm. Anyway, pre-net. Well, usually I'm preparing dinner for myself and the cats. That's usually what I do, and so then when the net starts, I can just have dinner and start to listen to everybody and their goings-on for the day. I'm going to see if I can swing over to the webpage and sign up for the picnic. Should be able to make it this year, knock on wood, if anything stays medically stable. And see everybody. And that would be a good change of pace, and I actually may combine it with taking a trip further up into Michigan. So we'll have to scratch our head on that one. Anyhow, sir, I'll keep it short tonight. Turn it back to you, sir. N8LTR. LTR, back to net control.
All right, Bill, blazing in here tonight. Great signal. And, hey, you know what? You and Sean and, let me get this right, you and Sean and Harold owed Lady Diane a little bit of something, because we were over at Tecumseh, and there was a shop called the Apocryphy, I think. It was like, it had all sorts of herbs, and it wasn't like a pot shop. It wasn't anything like that, but it was kind of high end. It had soaps and different scents and all that kind of stuff. But there in the jar was catnip, and I looked at Diane. I said, "Hey, you think I could get some of this and kind of brush it off on some of my cat-loving friends on the net at the picnic?" And she said, "No." So you guys owe her. I figured I could like slip it in your shoe or some way, that you guys could, go home to your buddies there, and all of a sudden they would just go wild. But she likes cats too much to dope them, so I got a no. But I thought you'd enjoy that, because I know what a prankster you are, and you can see how that might play out. All right, let's go down and pick up KJ4 SBC way down in the heart of Dixie in Tennessee, number 496, number 19 tonight, and then we'll take a break and look around and see who else is available. But go ahead and pick it up, Ray. How you doing?
Over.
All right, man, you started out strong on the Chicago SDR, but basically you faded into obscurity, Ray. Hey, great to hear your voice anyway. Man, the energy level is always there when you pick up, and I appreciate that. It's great to hear you tonight on the net, and hopefully you're doing okay with all the heat. I know you guys are right in that spot where you're getting a lot of storms coming through. Hey, just hoping that things go well for you and you're able to bear it without too much problems. All right, we're at the bottom of the list, and we're looking for check-ins. Taking a pause out for general check-ins on a kind of stormy night on the Wolverine single sideband net. If you'd like to get on the list, give me your call sign.
Kilo Delta 9, Foxtrot, Juliet, India. Rusty, I'm going to be in and out. I'm watching dogfights with P-47 Thunderbolts, airborne brawls. So I'm watching that on YouTube while I'm listening to you guys. Okay, back to you.
All right, Arthur, I got you KD9, FJI, in and out. You have a great night. And then I heard man from Hale there, N8ERV. Tom, go ahead. Let's go ahead and let you pick it up, man. And so the question tonight is, what do you do during pre-net?
Take it away, Tom.
I didn't know if he was talking to me or not. Okay. 6:43, 83.7, sunny and very warm up here. Detroit's in the bottom of the second inning. Rain delay, and they're up 1-0. So we'll have to see how that plays out. And I was going to try to check in from D-Star, but Rusty ain't listening there. So other than that, pretty good. Next weekend is a big bologna festival. Again, all you got to do is look up Yale Chamber of Commerce, and you can see everything that's going on if you are so interested. I try to stay away from that. Ain't that terrible? For one, there's no place to park. You got to walk about 2 blocks to get downtown to where everything is going on. So, Unless one of your buddies has got one of those golf carts or quad runners, then you can get around, take girls for rides and all that kind of stuff. We don't really have girls up here anymore. They're all, the high school kids don't go anywhere near it either. With that, no rain right now. Apparently you guys are getting it down there, so you just go and keep it. I will get out of here, and Rusty's got to have an answer to a question. What do? I do several things when the pre-net's on, other than listen to it. I work here in a shack. I might print up some QSL cards. I go get me a beer and a shot. The shot I got, I'm out of beer, so that's probably what I need to go do now. So with that, back to Rusty. N80RV.
All right, N80RV, WB8VOW. Very good, Tom. Well, you know, I'm not sure about the shot and the beer, but I appreciate you working on things and staying awake. And actually, I love it when you join in, Pre-Net. We have a lot of fun for sure. So you have a great night, and yeah, Bologna Festival coming up. Well, hey, you know what? Since we're talking bologna, I got to talk the picnic, right? Because we're on the far end of the far end of the net here. And, you know, Boo Boo, hey, Boo Boo, she wanted me to announce the picnic. And, again, we want to talk about the picnic and talk it up. For those of you who might have joined a little later, didn't hear it on announcements, it's August 12th, and it is a fun time. Just getting together, talking radio, talking life, getting to know each other. You know, this net exists to promote the fraternity of our hobby, and you know, getting to know each other and stuff like that. And let me tell you, you really you get to know people really well at the picnic, and it's just fun. Lots of laughter, lots of fun. You know, occasional serious conversations too. You know, because that's the way life is. But you know, it's just such a great group of people. Don't miss out on the picnic if you can possibly make it. I'm telling you, it's going to be great. So, at any rate, we're at the bottom of the list again. I'm going to take a standby and see if we get anybody else. Anybody else want to join us on a Saturday night here? WB8VOW taking check-ins for the Wolverines. Brother Bob, I heard you. NABCF. Anybody else?
QRP, KCA, BRO, QRP. There's a QRP station trying to check in. Anybody got them? That QRP station, please give your call one more time, very, very slow and phonetically. We'll try to pull you out, okay?
I appreciate it. Kilo, Charlie, 8, Bravo, Romeo.
I have Kilo, Charlie, 8, Bravo, Romeo, question mark. How am I doing?
Last letter is Oscar. Everything else is good.
That's Kilo, Charlie, 8, Bravo, Radio, Oscar, checking in QRP. What is your QTH there, sir?
Yeah, I'm in southern Michigan, just north of the Indiana border, and under the campground, a long wire and an FTA.
Okie dokie. Rusty, did you copy? KC8BRO QRT, QRP.
All right, we got him in at number 23 right after Bob. And, wow, what a cool call sign, KC8BRO. That's Shane. Okay, great. Shane, we got you in Centerville, Michigan, and looking forward to your comments. The question tonight is, what do you do during pre-net? And let's see, we're going to try to pick up Brother Bob down there in Georgia. Boy, one of our DX stations for tonight. Bob, come on. Let's see how it goes. I got the SDR. I got a couple SDRs up. You can't have too many SDRs when you're trying to pull in Georgia. But go ahead, N8BCF, and then BRO to follow. But go ahead there, Bob. How you doing tonight?
best time of year to be flying. Just wanted to really hand everybody. First time I've been on all week since last Saturday night. Took a couple nights off just to try to get off the things at the house, and then with the storms we've been having. Last night I didn't turn the equipment on. It started moving in for the Wolverines and all night. Ended up having about 114 strikes, 20 miles of the house. Paperwork straightened up, things in order, get me in a dog borders, and get ready to play a little radio. Nothing spectacular. So, anyway, hope everyone's having a great weekend and great year and so y'all take care, stay safe, and we'll stay safe too. So back to you, Rusty.
All right, N8PCF, WP8VOW. Hey, you know, almost all of it direct. You write it about a 5.7 for me. Of course, some of the storm crashes took you out in the middle, but I do hope you can unwind and have a good night, and you and Terry just relax a little bit and enjoy I think you said something about the dog days. Yeah, the dog days are coming. They're coming up here, too. We've been pretty unaffected by the big heat wave, but I understand that may change come Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday next week. I think we're going into the furnace like the rest of the country for a while. And, hey, you know, we're going to be uncomfortable. That's all there is to it. But, yeah, I know you guys have been getting knocked down by storms daily. And, man, just good to hear you on the air. So thanks so much, Bob. Appreciate you joining us all the way from Norcross, Georgia. That's amazing. Let's go down and pick up Shane up there in Centerville, KC8BRO. Hey, looking forward to hearing your comments, Shane. How you doing tonight? I think he's over. Is he over, Sam?
Over. Yeah, he just wrapped it up. He kind of was up and down there, but not too shabby for 5 watts.
Yeah, I heard him direct when he said 5 watts. I did have trouble copying him. He was down about 5.6 or so, which was a little below my noise level. But hey, that's still awful cool, Shane. And I like to do the QRP thing myself, occasionally with a Wolf River coil. And, you know, this is just a rough night to get anywhere, but you did pretty good. You did get into the Wolverine single sideband net. So thanks for joining us. We really appreciate that. All right, anybody else before we tie a ribbon on her and wrap her up? We'll take one more pause for check-ins. Check-ins for the Wolverine single sideband net. Saturday night edition. Come now.
Comment.
Go comment.
Yeah, Shane was portable, by the way, at a campground with the little wire hanging up, is what he said.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah. Well, you know, when I went up to Tequamanon, And boy, it was hard to bust through from Tequamanon, even with 100 watts in the vertical. It's just what I really should have done is just put up a dipole and be done with it.
Understood. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt your call.
No worries. You know, we stall a little bit, maybe somebody else will come along. Hey, if you'd like to get on the net tonight, we'd love to have you. This is the Wolverine Single Sideband Net. Anybody with a general class or higher call sign is welcome to join our net. Give me a call.
Whiskey 9 Juliet Fox Kilo, additional question.
Yeah, go ahead, Juliet Fox Kilo.
All right, so I was just on your website looking at what I got to do to become a member, and I started a little log here of my contacts. I got tonight checking in around 2205. I don't know if that seems right to you. I didn't write it down contemporaneously, but I'm writing it down now. And are you the net control, obviously? So what's your call sign, a UVOW?
Yeah, I'm Whiskey Bravo 8, voice of the Wolverines. How about that? I mean, got the call sign back in 70, I think, 3 or it was a little later than that, 75, and kept it all these years, only to become one of the net controllers up here, and boy, it's the perfect phonetics, voice of the Wolverines. Yeah, Sean N8SOB was the pre-net list taker, but I think he was out of there by the time you came in. So yeah, VOW, and really I think all Taz looks for is the date and who the net controller was, and the fact that you were here. So great. I'm glad to hear you starting the list. It seems like a lot. It takes a while to get it, but we love having people join us. And when you get your number, there'll be a celebration. Everybody will be congratulating you, and you'll feel like you really found a place that you can call a family right here on the radio.
Check-in time not needed, and if you want.
A lot of crazies out there, and I appreciate the family atmosphere. I won't be able to make the picnic. I got another picnic somewhere else that day. Anyway, I'm going to say 73, and thank you for giving me a few extra minutes here. I'm going to check out. I got to do some things. I know the net's about to close anyway. I'll be back. W9JFK back to net and going the other way.
Yeah, go ahead, Sam. Say that again.
Yeah, I just wanted to let Joel know that the time that you check in is not needed, just your date that you checked in and the net controller. And you are very much welcomed here on the Wolverine Single Sideband Net. And again, if you went to the website, you know we're here every day of the week. Come by and say hi. Thank you, Rusty. N8XUY.
All right. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, this is just a great group. Hey, one of the things we do, what we try to do, and this is what kind of makes it great, we try not to talk religion and we try not to talk politics. Now, we come around those subjects, but we try not to do anything that's divisive. And, hey, will I pray for Sam if he's in the hospital? You bet I will. But, it's not like we openly talk about our specifics of this, that, or the other. And the same way with politics. We really don't get into, talking about who we're voting for or anything that's going on. And it seems like it keeps this group just a really nice, harmonious group that, hey, we got ham radio to talk about. We really don't need anything else. There's enough in this hobby to talk about for years and years and years. So thanks again, Joel, for popping by. You made my night. I'm sure you made Sam's night and others on the net. We continue to grow, and we really love it. Well, sorry you're not going to make the picnic, but we understand, and we'll hope for next year, man. It'll be going on next year as well, I'm sure. All right, it is the top of the hour, the bottom of the list, and I'm going to take some more check-ins. If you're out there, give me a call, WB8VOW. One more call for check-ins before we close her down here on the Wolverine Single Sideband Net. Give me a call. Well, I'd like to thank everyone who checked into the net tonight. And again, this is Rusty pinch hitting for Dave. And Dave, I hope if you're able to hear that you get the noise taken care of in your neighborhood. Boy, that could be just excruciating. But you know, all the comments tonight, all the camaraderie, all the fun. Oh my gosh, just so happy to be able to do the net on a Saturday night. You guys are the greatest. This is WB8VOW, your net host from Lambertville, Michigan. Now closing this evening's edition of the wonderful Wolverine single sideband net, saying good night and 73s to all, and I hope you all have a wonderful rest of the weekend. WB8VOW clear.
Thank you, Rusty. Have a great Saturday night. Hope you and Lady Di enjoy yourselves, and look forward to chatting with you soon. Are you going to email the file over to Tasman?
I am saving these check-ins even as we speak, my friend. And, yeah, you and Cheryl do the same. And, yeah, loved having ice cream at the Chocolate Vault and reminiscing about the nice meal we had when Cheryl was over at the depot there. You know, a lot of fun over there in Tecumseh. Love Martin's.
Hey, you got to bring a big wallet. You got to have to have a fat wallet to go to Martin's.
Oh, yeah, if you're going to buy anything. Well, you know, the one side I can afford, the other side, I just go around and sit in these things and say, oh, this feels good.
You can handle the hardware store, man. I know what you mean. You go look at the other side, like, oh my gosh, this is really nice, but not probably in my house. Big money, honey. Hey, I've got a file that I'll try to send you. I worked on trying to figure out some things on that new piano that I got, which is now like a year and a half old, but I figured out crystal blue persuasion with a little bit of under-tracking and a right hand playing a keyboard and the left hand playing a guitar. Sounds pretty okay. My son gave me, hey, Dad, that ain't too bad.
Oh, that's awesome. I'm looking forward to hearing that. And I can only imagine the effects that you can mimic with that thing. And, boy, it's exciting. Well, hey, I'm hearing the rumble of thunder again. The birds are still out in the backyard, so it's probably not too serious. But, man, I'll bet you we had a half an inch of rain. I'll have to go down and look at the rain gauge, see what it says. But, oh, my gosh, you know, it looks like we're going to get the rain, which is great because tomorrow I think I'll cut the yard, and then it will be ready for the ensuing, I don't know if it's going to be a drought, but it's going to stress the grass, that's for sure, whatever's coming next, because I think next week we're looking at mid to upper 90s and all that summer fun.
I'm glad the pool is available at this time here. And, oh, by the way, I haven't even really cracked the beginning of what that keyboard can do. My buddy Rob in New York, who has a production studio, he's had his for years. He does a lot of recording with the folks in Nashville and whatnot, and he can make amazing, beautiful magic in a minute with this thing. It's awesome. But I'll get you that. I think it's a link. It's still up. I'll get it over to you. Maybe, you know, I'm not a master, as you know, but it is fun. It didn't sound too bad, you know.
Oh, I bet it's great, man. I'm looking forward to it. Yeah, I think I told you I got Diane oh man, what's his name again? Floyd, is that right? Yeah. Floyd Kramer, there we go. I got it. And she's been working on some of that stuff, and it's a perfect book for her. When she was young and starting out, I think I told you this. They put her with this black guy who was like his name was Candy Johnson. He was with the Cakewalkin' Jazz Band in Toledo. I think he had played with some of the great, jazz guys, and Candy. The piano was just an extension of his. And Diane's good, but she was always taught classically, and it was always, you know, if you give me the music, I can duplicate it, you know, because she does a great boogie woogie bugle boy. I mean, she's awesome. But yeah, this book I think is going to help her, you know, crack some of that jazzy stuff, you know, that Kramer used to do back in the '60s and stuff, and the what do they call that? I call it a grace note, but they call it a slide note, I guess, or a slur note or something. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to her mastering some of these things, and I'm trying to urge her to maybe get one of them under her belt for the picnic as well, because I think it'd be a lot of fun for you guys. Hopefully, you're bringing the keyboard. I'll throw the guitar in and see if I can, cause some diversion with my bad playing. But we should have a great time. N8XUI, WB8VOW, and firing off that email to Taz. Talk to you soon.
Thank you, Rusty. Yeah, sounds like Lady Di's a real piano player as opposed to me. I dink around with it, but I've learned a little bit, like a D7 over a G. I kind of learned that in jazz a little bit, but what I really like about this piano that I've got, I can set up a jazz line underneath me and play the keys and make it sound kind of cool. But I don't have all the jazz riffs, but I can plug them in and then play along. It makes me sound way better. So, hey, have a great evening, 7-3. Talk to you soon. N8XUI. Have a great evening, everyone.
Thanks again, Sam. WB8VOW QRT.
XUI clear.
Thank you.